The Bert Show. Get it? The Bert Show.
The Littrells hanging out with the Bert Show this morning. Who are the Littrells? Come on. Tell me you're not a Backstreet Boys fan? Brian, Leanne, and Baylee?
Backstreet's back, all right, as long as you love me. Quit playing games with my heart. All you people, can't you see? I just want you to know.
The work schedule is crazy here. We're going to play Baylee's new single that's about to be released, and then the world premiere of a song that's not even come out until June here in just a couple of seconds also. So I was saying to these guys that I just assumed when the Vegas show was over, and that must have been sad for you guys, but when the Vegas show was over, all right, cool, now it's time to chill at home with the family a little bit. And I got it all twisted, huh?
Yeah, you got it a little backwards.
We heard that in the car, and he was like, what?
Yeah, I know. We were listening on the way down. He's like, he's like home all the time. I'm like, that's a big fat lie. Once we, Backstreet Boys, we're movers and shakers. We're hustlers. We close one door, on one chapter, and then we're off to, I leave Tuesday night to Lisbon, Portugal. We have 3 days of production rehearsals. We kick off on the 11th in Lisbon, Portugal. We do an entire European run, all of Europe. That takes us until the end of June. We ship our gear back to the States into D.C. Start July 12th in D.C. That takes us to September 15th, all of North America.
And Baylee will be on that.
Baylee's going to be opening up for the U.S. run.
Dude, how exciting is that?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, that's so cool.
So how did
he's like, oh, my gosh, I'm back again.
So did you have to ask to speak to your dad's people so you can, set up a meeting and, talk about opening for the...
I was like, listen, we need to have a conference call.
He actually did.
First time ever being on a conference call. It's so cool.
You actually did. Yeah.
Is that how they told you?
No, well...
Well, it was. I mean, it started as a conversation like that. Like, Dad, I would love, I'd love the chance. And I was like, well, let me talk to my business associates. I call them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
your uncles.
Your uncles. We chatted about it.
I bribed them.
What did you bribe them with? Because you didn't bribe me.
I can't say.
So you went back to all the guys and you're like, hey, what do you guys think of this? And everybody was like, absolutely, Baylee needs to open for us.
Yeah, I actually sent an email out, just, humor the thought of Baylee opening up. He's had an opportunity when he was younger to kind of do covers, and now he's his own established artist, and he wants to get going. How do you guys feel about it? And eventually, immediately, Kevin and AJ and Nick hit me back like, yo, that's awesome, perfect, it would be great. So they've been nothing but supportive. So it's been a good ride.
Yeah, I mean, they've seen him grow up. So
yeah.
Now, were there any conversations like, we're not going to treat him any differently than anybody else, though? I mean, even though he's your son, this is still business.
Well, it kind of comes down to that as well. I mean, there is, when you get on a Backstreet Boys tour, I mean, I'm going to break it down to you business-wise. Normally, it costs money.
Really?
Because
they got
it's
paid
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I didn't know. Yeah, when you're an established artist like us for so long, and that there's multi generations that are coming to your shows, so it's like a 2-hour commercial to be in front of these people, to be able to pitch what you want to pitch, and we vet the opening acts, we vet the DJs, we vet the people that they represent the right things, that want to, because if you're going on in front of somebody, you want to make sure that they represent kind of what you represent.
So wait a
we're
second.
a family show. We're not going to have, craziness, coming on.
So when Lady Gaga was opening for New Kids on the Block, she was paying them so she could open for them? Probably? Maybe?
It's a good chance.
Because that was back in the day. That was before she was Gaga.
It depends. It depends. A lot of times it goes through the booking agents and the promoters. If you're coming from the same family, sometimes they'll cut you that discounted rate, or they'll make it easy for business to be done.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, business is business. It's tough. So. Again, Baylee's going out for free. It's costing mommy and daddy a lot of money to have his band out there. But the opportunity and the upside, just to share his gift and to be his own man at 16. He's going to be an established artist. He's going to make some waves this summer, and we're just we're excited.
That's like 500,000 people, right? About?
Yes, about 560,000 people throughout North America that he's going to be in front of.
Remember this when they're much older and they can't wipe their own butts. You are going to have to do that because they're giving you a huge break.
You cannot hire that done. You have to do it.
Bayley, I want you to commit right now. Say, Mommy and Daddy, I will wipe your butts when you're older.
Mom, Dad, I'll wipe your butts when you're older.
It's a contract.
Thank you, Bert.
It's done.
Thank you. Oh, my God.
All right, so let's hear some of the music that he is going to be opening up with on that tour, okay? So tell us about Boxes. Now, the last time we had you in, you played Don't Knock It, where this is a blessing and a curse, because as soon as I play it for you guys, it'll be stuck in your head all day.
Four-wheel driving on some dirt. Mama's cooking after church. Maybe, just maybe you will like it. So girl, like it till you try it.
We got that thing up the charts in one day, man.
Oh, my
We
God.
did.
Oh, you did.
What did we peak that at?
We got to I think we got to 13 on the iTunes country charts. It was pretty
That's
good.
big time, baby.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Me and Leanne are texting all day. Oh, my God. I'm writing to her. We're up to 14.
We were.
We went from 45 to 14 to 5 seconds, and the next thing you know, we get to 13. I'm like, oh my God.
It was a great day, right?
It was awesome. That was awesome.
All right, so what do you want to tell us about Boxes? And this single comes out when?
May 10th.
May 10th. Okay.
I mean, Boxes is one of my favorite songs that is on my record, so I'm really excited for people to hear this one. It's more, I don't know how you say this. It's a lot more.
It's like country pop.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, it's different. It's a
Yeah.
lot different than Don't Knock It, and the message is a good bit different. And so I think it's on a deeper level, so people will be able to be like, "Oh, dang, this is a lot different from Don't Knock It." It's going from Don't Knock It till you try it to "Hey, girl, you check all my boxes." Is that with a Sharpie or an expo marker?
Here is Baylee Littrell. Is this the first time it's being played on the radio?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
I
first
love
time.
this. All right, this is Boxes. Baylee Littrell on The Bert Show.
You like cooking in a t-shirt, looking like risky business on a Sunday. You love hanging with me, baby, but you're cool with me going and doing my own thing. Love the way that you love my mama. Wanderlust what you one day wanna settle down and have a few, but got enough right now kind of attitude. You check on my boxes 1 to 22, you got it. Going down my list, it's obvious you wouldn't want it. Take me out the game, check please. Baby, you were made for me. What else can I say? Girl, you flawless. You check all my boxes.
So when you were you in the studio with him while he was recording that?
Yes.
All you guys are.
Yeah.
So when you hear it on the radio for the first time, I'm sure there's stuff in studio that you guys are working on and working on and working on. Overall, do you love it? Are there still things in there you're like, well, we don't know because we haven't heard the master, but are there still things in there like, man, I wish we would have changed this or changed that?
I don't
With
think
Boxes,
so.
I would say no.
You good with it?
Out of everything on the record, I would say Boxes
But-
were oh man, this is ready.
You also have to tell the backstory because when you went to cut it in the studio, a good friend of ours, Stephen Lee Olson, he's a Nashville writer.
writers,
He's
yeah.
also an artist, up and coming artist as well. So he texted me this song, the demo. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I got one for Little B, it's fire." That's what he said. And I was like,
right.
so he was. We listened to it immediately. And we fell in love with it. We're like, "Oh my gosh!" Well, the song is originally sang at a higher key, about 2 steps up. So it's you check all my boxes 1 to 22. It's way up there, right? So he get in the studio and Bailey's like, "We need to lower the key." And I was like,
I'm in the booth and they call me Two Take Jake. They're like, he's in and out, and I'm like, oh great, now I have to sing Boxes. And I'm in the studio and I'm literally about to have a meltdown. I'm like, oh my gosh, people must think I suck. And my producer Daniel Ross, he phones a little microphone. He's like, man. He's like, do you want to try to lower the key a little bit? I was like, yes, please. I was like, thank you for not telling me this sucks. Just ask me to lower the key. And we lowered the key, and then all of a sudden everybody was like, oh man, this is perfect. And I can't believe it honestly wasn't in that key the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, I was initially against it. He's like, Dad, I can't do it. We need to lower it. And I was like, no, you're
singing
doing
in
it.
that key.
It's gonna be amazing.
like,
He's
Dad,
like,
I can't do it.
And I'm like,
It's
I'm sorry,
impossible.
you're not 12 or 13 anymore. but he was right. He killed it. It just resonates in that key for his voice and his range, and we love it. We love it, but that's not the master.
The Littrell's in studio this morning. Good morning, Angela. You are part of the Bert Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning. I just wanted to say that I'm a big country fan and I'm a big pop fan. I switch between the Bert Show and then a local country station. I live here in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, I've been, far back as listening to the Backstreet Boys, even my daughters, but this kid, he's not a little kid, he's 16, but he is good. He reminds me a lot of Cole Swindell when Cole Swindell got started several years ago. He's got a really mature voice, but I like it. I would buy it.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
you can.
Me too.
I'm glad you said that. You just sold your first single, man.
Yes.
And Rebecca, good morning. You're on the Bert Show with the Littrells.
Good morning. I just calling to tell Brian that I love the Backstreet Boys, but they may have some competition. Baylee may become a bigger star than they were.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be nice? Huh?
That would be so great.
Wouldn't that
I'm
be
looking
great?
to slow down. Thank you, Rebecca.
Leanne's like, yes, please. I want to finish that kitchen.
Yes. And I'd love a paycheck.
Speak it into fruition, Rebecca. I appreciate that.
Hey, Brian, you just joked about it a little bit, but, I mean, you said you're going to be on the road again. I mean, you guys just keep churning out hits and on the road constantly. At some point, do you envision a sit down with all the guys going, all right, you guys, you know what? We had a great run. It's been 70 years.
Oh, my God, please no.
Like, are you still going strong, or do you have thoughts now like, you know what? It might be nice not to be on the road as much.
Well, I mean, there's always those thoughts. When we get home for a little while, it's become part of our lifestyle and be part of our DNA, no pun intended. It's just the go lifestyle. I get home for about a month and I'm itching to get out and do something. There will come a time that we would like to slow down. Right now, the DNA World Tour is going to take probably about 2 years to get around the world. And then we're also talking about, the Caesars family out in Vegas. They are talking about bringing us back already. So, it'd be nice to do like a long-term thing in Vegas, but also we've got an acoustic record in the can that's already done, that's going to be coming out, probably in the next year. We're talking about doing a Christmas album as well. Backstreet Boys have never done a Christmas album. So there's a lot of things that we've got, up our sleeves. I wore a short sleeve today, so you can't really see it.
In other words, no.
Yeah, no. Now, Leanne, where are you at with it? Are you like, all right, I'm ready to have my husband back? Or are you like, you know what? 2 years is not enough. You should go 5 or 6.
Bye. No, I'm so used to it. I don't know anything else, to tell you the truth. I'm dreading. I want to go to Europe, but I'm dreading it all at the same time to go out and see you, but and then be on tour the entire summer. So our house is going to be finished, and we won't be there. Right? Our kitchen, right? So,
hey, if you need us to stay there and look after it for you guys, you just let us know. I've been there.
Please enjoy it.
Okay. All right, before we let you guys go, I want to run. We run this beach also, because this one's not even coming out until June, right?
Yes. And he's going to be CMA Fest June 8th. He will be down. They invited him in Nashville, and Tree Vibes invited him to do their meet and greet with about like 75,000 people.
Wow.
So it'll be pretty awesome.
The Broadway stage right outside of Bridgestone Arena, which you'll be playing Bridgestone Arena when we go back August 22nd.
Dang,
August
dude.
26th.
Oh my gosh, boxes checked. That one isn't fun.
Hey, and what about State Farm? August 21st.
Yeah.
August
Here.
21st.
What's
State Farm
the
Arena.
most you've played in front of so far?
Oh my gosh, I think it was over 11,000.
All right,
I think
so
that's the most.
And what's the largest arena he'll be playing in when he goes on tour with you guys?
Wow, that's a really good question.
Well, I don't know. What?
I don't know. I mean, arenas are kind of all consistently about the same size, but he'll probably be in front of about 18 to 20,000.
I'm telling you, on this North American run, like Canada is going to be crazy.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
I can't wait for Canada.
They are waiting for you. So this is the song not coming out till June. So just wait for it. But this is "We Run This Beach," and I think this is the master.
The right
I
one.
hope it's the right one. We'll see.
I'm hoping this is the master. Let's talk to the manager.
I already see him now. The airplanes with the banners, 2-for-1 beach towels, windshield go Gators, doors off all the Jeeps. We park for free up at the pay lot, June until September, like straight out of Baywatch. We run this beach, roof rack, board and a paddle, summer keys of St. Castle, from the pier to the bait and tackle. Yeah, we do, huh? We run this beach, writing names in the sand like concrete, marking our sandbar territory, from the second that hot sugar hits our feet. We run this beach, yeah. Made a deal with the sun over a coconut rum under an umbrella, yeah. We run this beach, that's how we roll, so if you don't know, now you know better, huh? We run this beach.
Phone lines are lit up with everybody loves the song, man. All right, the song Boxes comes out May 10th, right? And you're going to have to wait on We Run This Beach. That's not out until June. You guys, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks so much for having us.
Guys.
You know, you're always welcome. Love having you guys in here.
Love to be here. Thank you.
All right, when you get off the road in 2 years, come on back.
Get it? The Bert Show.